perhaps if you could get contact with Kyro, and we could arrange a meeting between the Phoenix and Kyro. We can have well, quite frankly, we can fight him without even having to be in the arena, rather than trying to banish him in front of
that'd be so
many
cool.
many spectators. Like I said before, I'm trying to get the assassin to attack us essentially, and trying to like bait him out.
Yeah.
So I'm being very obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not trying to hide the fact that I'm looking for him. If that makes sense.
You get under the door.
Yeah.
And then you are in a weapons area,
Mm-hmm.
and on just a rack among a bunch of others
It's the hammer.
is the hammer.
Shite. Okay.
He's like, no, Grandmaster don't allow it. You can roll persuasion.
You don't have any more wild shapes left, do you?
You can both roll persuasion.
No, I don't. Until I have a short rest. That's my D20. What?
The stats.
Oh, cool. Yeah, just.
My stats. I need to look at mine.
Nat 20.
He goes, so what do you say to convince him? So
What I said, like,
yeah,
in conjunction with like both of us,
yeah.
like people were like, you know, I mean, they need people. She needs someone like she needs people with her. Do you know what I mean? Because especially, I'm going to turn around and say, you know, especially when we have such renowned fighters like the Phoenix running around, that I'm sure people would love to see a fight between.
I'm sure
And
they
when
would.
when money is involved, people play very dirty.
You're right. You know what? You're right. All right, but don't say that I didn't warn you. Follow me. Alright, but don't say that I didn't warn you. Follow me. So he leads you up this winding path, and it is notably a lot smaller
Mm-hmm.
than the other streets.
Man, I can't go in. My ass is too fat. Sorry, guys.
You got too much of a dump truck. You have to say that. That's what he was trying to say, but he didn't want to say it.
He was too polite. He was too polite.
So, and as you go up, the houses that were looking like the Colosseum become mountainside, and they're very naturey and mountainous. And then you see the entrance to like mines and stuff into the mountain. And then you arrive at this very grand steampunk mansion that has guards patrolling the side of it, and it's like an entrance to a keep. It's got ramparts and stuff like that, but it's all copper and gold on the side. And you can see some form a robotic turret just go, and as soon as you walk in, it goes, and then it searches for any reason, and then it goes. And then the Goliath goes,
Shell defense.
you're lucky you've not got any elves. Oh wait, you do.
Oh no!
Doesn't notice with the mask
Interesting.
because it can't see the ears, so it's not high.
Right, but my hair's tied back.
Oh, what? So
You
I thought
folded
the
them backwards with some stuff.
I thought the mask covered the ears.
Well,
We
does
still,
mask
got,
usually
we still
cover
got
it?
one of them who's just...
Oh,
Yeah.
not both the ears.
But anyway,
If it goes all the way around, it's just flat.
and sets off an alarm, and the Goliath has to go. Whoa, 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 whoa! Easy, easy. Sorry, since we've had a ban on elves, you two are not good. The only reason you're allowed in the city is because of Ella.
Ella.
Hey,
Hey.
And then he claps, and the guards above look, and they go, and they reset the turrets, and they just go, so you're allowed in. As you walk in, it's a grand courtyard. It's made of stone brick, and it's got a large fountain in the middle, similar to the one at the front, and a statue of a long-haired man with a sword and a long-flowing brown cape, and he's got some form of magic around his hand, and an amulet that is made out of gold around him. It's a copper statue and then a gold amulet. And then before you is a very grand doors that just open. As the Goliath walks in, he goes, he'll be with you in a minute. He's just in there. And then you can walk in. Imagine there's a throne over here, and this is all, the floor's like copper and stone. But you walk in, and waiting at the far end of the room.
It's just me.
You want to
Waiting
be
at
a
the
guy?
far end, sitting in a large steampunk chair, is
Really
him.
upgraded.
And in the patrolling the room, just walking around, is a large
the fuck is
robotic
that?
bull
What?
with
I want to ride it.
Can we get the
with spikes
Beastmaster
all over
bruise?
it, and he is just he's got flaring red eyes
Fuck.
and very thick steel horns, and he is just huffing this green smoke out of his.
Huffing.
He's going as it walks around, so it sounds like it's alive, but obviously it's a robot. And he taps his throne with his chair and stands up and goes, "Haela, it is good to see you again. It has been so long since we last spoke, and it was under such sad circumstances." So I assume walking all the way in. Is everyone going down into the?
I'm like kind of letting her do her own thing, but also like I want everything in eye and ear. Sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand just
So you-
behind Hella.
Okay. Cool. Are you? So I'll put you up here then, or
I'm a bit more wary, especially after the incident outside, so I'm kind of stood where I am there, kind of more back in the corridor,
Okay,
just
cool.
keeping an eye on
the
things.
Goliath is still here, so he's watching you from here.
I bet he is.
Cool. And so Nathan, what do you say? Oh, Hela, what do you say?
Yeah, right. Where's Kyro?
Kyro, he returned to my loving embrace, as I thought you all would.
Red flag.
He is currently recovering for his big debut fight as the newest fighter at the moment.
Recovering from what exactly?
He had a very strenuous journey here. I'm surprised you care so much about him after you left him.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Well, that's why I'm not gonna leave him behind again. Where is he? Let me see him.
That is a no can do, I'm afraid. Actually, make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright. That one.
Oh,
Wait.
And he does say that. He goes, and his voice is changing because I meant to do accent. He goes, actually, and he holds out his amulet and he goes, just let's see if we can arrange that meeting. And you just feel your mind go blank, and the memory of your adventure and everything that's going on is gone.
What can I remember?
You can remember the just before you left the TFL, so you remember.
So I can't remember leaving at all.
No.
Okay.
Cool. And then he goes, right. You guys can. Any points, you guys. I'll see you at the fight, and beckons for you to go. And then yeah, it's up to you what you do.
What exactly did you just do to our friend?
I just reclaimed what's mine. She never repaid her debt, so and you're hearing this and are like very confused.
Yeah.
So what do you say? You never met these people before in your life.
I'll probably just be like how I used to be and just kind of stay quiet and listen to
Yeah. Do you
the
move at all?
master. Where am I? Just in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably move
It's
to the
worth
side
saying
of
that you are still Hela. You just don't remember who these people are.
No, yeah. I'm back to like, yeah.
Cool.
There's a couple ways of going about this.
May
Probably
I
so.
just ask what you reclaimed,
Well, I'm
sir?
thinking more if we take the amulet off him and use it on her. We don't have to kill him.
My fighter. It's she is mine to and she's just working off her debt that she owes from when I saved her. Do you remember, Hela? When I saved you and your family?
I remember.
Yes, I thought you would.
Then to go master and say, what's going on? Who are these people?
I don't know. They've just come in demanding that I release you. We were just in the middle of a meeting, and they're just. I'm sorry about this, Hela. I know you've got
lying bastard!
Actually, it is a deception. What's your passive perception?
Why?
That's not.
It's not.
Oh,
not
yeah.
So basically, like,
just tell them. Unless I have a reason to.
yeah. So
Yeah,
you don't
that's
have
true,
you
yeah.
don't have to roll for lying unless the person has a reason to check if you're lying.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And he would. Yeah, there's no reason for them to think he's
Yeah.
lying.
Cool. And you do recognise this ball as it's a real life ball, just encased in metal.
Oh, God.
Oh, great. That's really.
That's not very natural.
Nothing. That's just really good for me.
Wait, how strong would I know it is?
Very.
Like-
It's torn through as many fires as you can remember who've pissed him off.
Alright.
Animal cruelty, man.
Just slightly.
You don't stand for that, yeah.
And he goes, okay, Haela, we have a lot to discuss. Please, and he goes, and the Goliath
Fucking what?
comes up and goes, that's his call for you to go.
Loser vibe.
I'm going to turn over the Haela and say, well, I'm sure you won't remember me, but have you ever heard of what the Zone of Truth is?
I can make a good guess.
Right, well, I know you may not believe me, but if you have any experience with this Grandmaster, I'm sure you'll know that he is a very, very tricky man, clearly. And
I know that well.
quite frankly, Haela,
Excuse me?
you may not believe me about it, I promise you I can prove it. This man is lying to you.
I very much doubt.
For example, there's an enchantment on your weapon right now, which me and my friend right here made. There is,
I can attest to that.
you know, also I would know the exact amount of money, the exact amount of potions on Haela, so I'm also going to mention that.
Yeah, so that's an make a persuasion check.
Okie dokie.
Wait, are you saying this within the Zone of Truth? Or?
No,
Or have you
No,
not
I
rolled
haven't done that yet. I just asked if you knew what it was. Right. 15 plus 7, so 22.
So
23.
you are probably calling it to question. And he goes, but Haela, just think about what you know. That is magic at the end of the day, and you know here in TFL we don't use magic.
Excuse me, sir. Aren't
Just
you
literally
depicted
use
with
magic.
magic in your hand right outside on that statue there?
I don't abide by TFL's rules.
Right,
Still-
well, either way, if you're not lying, I'm sure you wouldn't mind one of us having a look at that amulet on your hand then. After all, you have your finest warrior, Haela, and a security guard watching us, so what could go wrong?
He goes,
What could go wrong indeed?
time to go.
Yeah, fuck.
Time to go. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Haela, with me. We're going down to the gladiatorial. You'll see your friend Kyro. He's waiting for you down the hall.
Bad vibes, because he also had that amulet thing done to him.
Yeah.
Actually, he then goes, in fact, just to prove that I'm not lying, he goes, and in walks.
That whistle means everything.
Yeah, he goes, and in walks a dude with a spear with a shield on it, a Goliath with a hammer and a shield,
Fuck me.
and then Kyro also walks in, but he looks at. I'll roll a d4 to see who he looks at. Can I borrow your d4? He looks at Vartuto and make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you notice he gives you a little nod.
Ooh. Okay, that's slightly less intimidating.
Are these other two like the other?
Yeah, they're like, hello, it's good to see you. We've been waiting for the meeting of all of us. We're going to go down into this town today, into the city today. We planned it.
He was raging, so he had
And Kyro
resistance
goes,
to charm effect.
Yeah.
Is it not? I swear.
We were.
She read that yesterday.
Was that
What did you say?
And then
What did he say?
he goes, yeah, we're planning to go
Berserk maybe.
into the city today.
I don't know what he is.
Yeah.
So.
For what?
And then he joins in. He's like, oh, to go speak to everyone in our districts.
This is Kyro, right?
These are the other two district holders.
Oh, are they?
Guess so.
Yes.
Not Phoenix.
So they're important
Who's
gladiators.
this other person? The one who's not the hammer dude. What's that guy's name?
So it's Tiara. That's Tiara Soulstiller.
Tiara and the other person.
Alva.
I'm not required to keep my soul. Thank you.
And he goes, right. It's time. You guys do as you please. And he goes.
Please, all right, come along, Haela.
He goes. Enjoy your time in the city, and I will see you at the gladiatorial combat now. And he looks at Thorntalus, quite worried, and then he turns around and goes into the room behind him and locks the door. And the bull goes there.
Wait, so it's actually a living bull inside armor?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
that.
It's best you don't get on his bad side. I'll handle myself. I don't know who you guys are, but
Okay, lady.
Okay, lady.
lady.
and the bull's just seething, and he almost sniffs Kyro, and Kyro just like pats a certain part of him, and he goes.
So did any we were also looking at Kyro? So did any of us else pick up on the nod? It's not like you could hide your face recognition towards someone. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone make a perception.
Yeah,
check.
sure.
If not, I'll just tell you guys anyway outside.
Yeah. Let me just check what my perception is before I do the roll.
'Notice it then.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, you notice it. Ben, what did you get?
It's plus your perception, and
Yeah.
so I got 15.
Yeah, you notice it.
He
Everyone-
nodded at what?
So everyone nodded. Noticed the sly nod. Actually, did Hela notice it?
Well, I was looking at that.
Yeah,
Oh
So
yeah,
what we're
yeah.
looking
No
at.
one else was looking at him. Cool.
Kyro, if you will, a word
Sure.
in private.
Yeah, I don't know who you are, but sure.
And he
Wink, wink.
he comes over and
And he says, "Follow me. I'll lead you into a room. Are you from my district?" And he like puts his arm around you
that is
and walks you into the
Yes,
room.
Why,
we're from
I-
the, we are
yeah,
from
we're-
the
we're beggars
shithole of
from
a
the-
And he
fucking
shuts the door and he
district.
goes, "I'm glad you're here. It's been chaos."
So just you in front of us then.
Did yeah, because the rest of you.
Okay.
He goes. So what happened before I came in?
Well, we came to speak to the Grandmaster because we actually wanted to meet you. But
sorry.
this could be a long conversation. So first of all, I'm sure you remember when we were at I don't remember what we named that place.
Forest and Charlie.
Forest and Shattered. We mentioned that we had a particular goal we had to do that obviously your friend Haela
Yes.
is going to help us with. Unfortunately, that involves we need to fight the Phoenix,
Oh dear.
which is
That's
what
it.
we
That
were
really is
hoping.
not-
We were hoping to set up a meeting between the two of you, but in the process of that, the Grandmaster has done something to Haela, and they don't remember who we are,
Right. Yes.
which seems similar to what happened to you.
Yes, he
previously.
tried to do it on me again, and I thought it best for me play along. I haven't managed to chat to the rebellion yet, and I was in a bad place.
Right. So before, how did we fix you? Or
It
who
seemed
did
that when
you?
I went to the other time, or when whatever magic that was, and brought me back, made me immune to being charmed. I don't know how, don't know
Banish
in
hell.
what way, but
I was just thinking that.
but it really did. But I know that the classic way, if the amulet can, as far as I know, the amulet is the magic. The amulet sucks the memories and holds it in it, and then over time I think he can replay them, and then he can delete them, and then they're gone forever. But knowing him, he'll want to see everything about what's going on. He likes the information. So, by what I know, if you get the amulet, you should be able to restore most of, if not all of the memories of all of the fighters, not just.
Right.
Not,
well,
but as far as I know, I've only ever seen it done once, and he's never let it get out of hand since. And the fighter who it happened to was murdered. They have to be subdued for it to work.
knowing the Grandmaster, how would you hedge the bets of the five of us and hopefully plus Haela in getting that amulet off him?
It would be like fighting the entire city.
Stealth mission.
The bull in itself, even if there was a way to incapacitate it, if it can pretty much tear anyone, apart from maybe your turtle friend with his shell, to death in one blow. That green smoke will not do wonders for your lung. But the only time he's without the bull is during gladiatorial combat days. So there is a time, which is why I've stayed in the fight, that if you join me in my fight with Phoenix, or if you're around the area, you may be able to, if you get somewhere near him, he'll be watching from his box. If you get in the box, he will not only have less defenses, but he won't have the bull on him. But that means waiting, and it's hoping that nothing happens to Haela during that time.
But is the box not viewable to the entire spectators in the
It is,
Colosseum?
but no one's allowed access. So if you can gain access, the amount of time it would take for guards to happen would be enough time for you to restore Hela's memories, and potentially if you can get the other two gladiators You may mainly because how the city is run is no one has loyalty to the Grandmaster. He just has power over the gladiators. If you free the minds of the 4 district chiefs, whose the people are loyal to, you should be able to achieve no revolution. And the gods, whilst you may have 1 or 2, will mainly fall in line.
We need that minute to free him.
Or you can try sneaking into his room at night and taking him, but he has defenses that even we do not know about in that room. And no one who has tried, and people have tried, have come out alive.
People have to.
Right. Well, that is a lot to consider.
Yes. Sorry I can't be of more help, but I feel like the more in cover I am, the better we will be able to do it. Because if my cover is blown, we risk me, A, dying, and B, losing Haela forever. And I owe her a great deal. Even if the Grandmaster's betrayed that I don't.
Right, but one last thing. How many people saw us go into the room?
Hmm?
How many people saw us go into a room together?
Everyone in the room.
So like him and him.
But that's why he was like, so you're from my district?
Yeah, okay. I was making punch me otherwise, but that's fine. Okay, yeah. Well, I suppose we should return back then, and I will discuss things with the group.
Yes. I don't know how much contact we'll have before, but if I hear fighting, I will do my best to come to your aid.
Oh, I'm also gonna give him just like a piece of jewelry that I have. That way, if I need to find him, I can.
Oh, sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes the jewelry and goes, yes. He was aware of this sort of thing. He took my hammer.
Yes, I saw it
Yes.
in the battle in the
Yes.
room.
Yes, I
It's
need to
very
get that
lonely.
back. Yes, I need to get that back. That is priority number 1, but he won't give that. Well, now he knows you guys are here, then he might do. And then he puts his new hammer on the back and goes, well, shall we?
I'm gonna nod and I'm gonna walk.
And he opens the door and he goes, I understand your queries. I will report it back to the Grandmaster and try and find funding for this new chapel that you are after. And he turns back and he goes, fucking liberty, eh? These bloody peasants. And then the others are like, ho, 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 ho. And then, cool, what are you doing?
Fucking hell, there's not much I can do. Right, do you want to check the recording? Well, me as a real person, actually,
Yeah.
because this is what the fuck we're gonna do.
Get that hammer.
Oh, my hammer's-
Don't think we're gonna manage to
Oh no.
stealth into his
We've
chambers,
got
are we?
traits,
Really?
but I don't think we've got much.
I mean, the issue is I can pretty much get into anywhere, but just me is not really much use, is it?
No, and it's well trapped. So
Though,
you might struggle.
There is, depending on how we have we seen the inside of the Colosseum, like the actual gladiatorial pit.
You haven't been in yet.
Okay, because
The only person who would know is Haela, who...
yeah.
I mean, you can try and find out.
Yeah.
She's not hostile to you.
Yeah, no, I'm fully aware, yeah. Just depending of the layout, right, if we're basing this off a typical gladiatorial arena, if I can get into the box, I can get into the pit after by teleporting. And if you guys are ready on like the front rows to like jump in.
If it's 30 feet, I could also get to the box if
You
needed.
could, yeah, you could.
Yes,
If it's within 30 feet.
Well, I can teleport you 50 and then you can teleport 30.
Yeah.
Or if you want to make a massive fucking show of it, I can summon a giant fucking flying monster. But I feel like that's going to go really, really, really bad, so...
Actually, we do need a distraction because
That's a fucking valid point.
let's be fair.
That is a
we're
really,
in
really
the con-
valid point.
If we go after him,
Well, yeah,
everyone
yeah,
can see
yeah,
the
yeah.
box.
If I
We're
summon,
going to need a
if I summon
distraction
that,
to
if I
get
summon
out
that
the
in the
city.
Colosseum... No, my point is if I summon that in the Colosseum...
Dragon.
If I summon that in the Colosseum, everyone's distracted, right?
Yeah.
Which I mean that whoever is in the box will be able to get the necklace because everyone's looking at whatever's going on in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching this episode of Echoverse D&D, the Grandmaster. What a villain, huh?
So, firstly, I just wanted to sort of come on and give a bit of a longer outro and a little more of an explanation. So, if you have been following the channel or you sort of have been watching this in sort of order, you'll probably notice it's been a bit of a while since the last episode of this came out, almost a year. And that's just because my own life got very busy, things happened, life takes hold, and I kind of lost motivation to edit, and to sit down and do this for an hour is a lot harder to sort of find the time for with certain stuff that was going on in my life in uni and stuff like that. So I haven't had the time to sort of just sit down and get these out, which I really wanted to. Having said that, we have continued filming, so I do have like a year's worth of footage. We're all very different people now. I have better hair. We went into a smaller room, and we're sort of very different people, but the characters have stayed the same and the story has continued to evolve. So we are entering probably the last year of in-person D&D, depending on just sort of timing and stuff like that. So I really wanted to get this out so that we're at a point where I can play catch-up. Having said that, episodes should be coming out a little bit more regularly. I'm not committing to a schedule right now, but I really would like to get to a point where you guys are all caught up, because it's a really good story and something that I'm really proud of, the boys are really proud of, and I'm just really grateful to them to have been as patient as they have and to stick with me while I edit and sort this out. And I'm grateful to you for watching and sort of sticking with the journey as well. So we are returning to Halvier, and it is great to be back. I'm loving the walk down memory lane that I'm having while editing. So I hope you enjoy the next few episodes, and if you want to stick with this journey, then please make sure you are subscribed. You give this video a like so that I know you're enjoying it. Comment any feedback you have down below, positive or critique, and I will take it on board, and that'll be something that I can look at in the future. I hope that my skills in editing will get a little bit better over the time, but who knows. And also, if you haven't watched all the episodes, go back, watch them. We have a load of episodes right now. We're on 28, I think, going in, so we definitely have those episodes to watch. So please do check it out and let me know what you think. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you very soon. Please stay noisy and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.